Had plenty of coffee this morning, so
Uh,
I'm feeling
I,
human.
I had a little bit less coffee than normal, but I drank some hot black tea, and now I'm drinking sake. So
Nice. Sake,
I
the
went,
breakfast of champions.
well, you know, I've got this thing where if I make so much money in a day that it's technically unfair. That's I got to go to this sushi bar, and I go in there and I splurge, and it's me and the wife, and we're having a great time, and I went to look at their liquor display of all the shit they could buy, and they had this neat looking little bottle, and I didn't know what the fuck it was or what the fuck it cost, and I'd already drank a bottle of this Nagori cold unfiltered sake. And so I went back to my table and I was like, yeah, send me a bottle of that black and gold. And they did. And I took a couple hits of it. And then I went on to start paying the bill and found out it was $45 for a little fucking bottle. So yeah, so I took it home. I go, oh well, I really want to enjoy this, and it's very good. It's very smooth. It's good, but it's really more suited to be hot. So I've been, I put the bottle in a bowl of hot water. I think I showed the picture in the Facebook thing there, but it's nice and warm now, and I've probably had about 5 shots. I had to go buy a shot glass today because I mean I'm not really an alcoholic or nothing. You're not really an alcoholic if you don't have a shot glass.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't bode well. I've got so many.
Oh, see.
My favorite go-to one is it came with my drinking horn. I got a drinking horn and a matching shot glass.
So you've
Uh,
got a drinking horn and a matching shot glass.
yeah, made out of ox horn.
Yeah. So you are definitely an alcoholic.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
That's how I keep
I'm
my
just saying.
sanity.
Yeah.
How do you think I wrote 5 books in like 3 months?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh,
It's the
I
magic
had an
writer
idea.
juice.
And before I forget, I need to tell it to you. Uh, a, a carnival activity for the adventure. Okay, it's called the Gauntlet, and you go up against somebody, and you take turns hitting each other in the foot with a hammer. And
Okay.
well, and then you make a Constitution saving throw or roll. You know what I mean? Check to withstand the pain to stay on that foot. But then you've got to hop on that one foot, up a board, up a plank, onto a platform, and then across another platform that is over hot coals, where your opponent gets to throw rocks at you to try to knock you off, where you make a dexterity check.
Okay.
And then you come around and you go back down, and then you have to take your turn doing something which I haven't figured out yet to perform a strength check.
Okay.
Then you roll the dice on your NPC guy as your guy throws rocks at the other guy, hits him with the hammer. There's a strength check there with hitting him with the hammer. There's the hit check with throwing the rocks, and then the winner gets some fucking stupid prize that is yet to be determined. But it's a non-combat game that the players can go through or put their champion up on or whatever, to do something that is a bit different.
Yeah. So then, and so this is for the new one that
Right,
you
that
want to
we haven't.
collaborate. Yeah.
Yeah, the adventure that has not been named.
So yeah. So I was thinking about when I had said you know we could do a double release, do a
Right.
version for OSE and do a version for 5e.
Yeah.
And then the question is how I'm going. So what I was going to say is for you to release that. Um, I would like the only two things that I would like is like on the title page. I mean, of course, I want to be credited, but I would like the logo for the Greenwater Guildhall to be thrown on there as the
Well,
you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
aside from that, I think that you should be the one to throw it up on the on drive through.
Oh, so it doesn't get mixed in with all your shit.
Right, right.
I feel that.
And yeah, I mean, you can throw both versions up there. I think
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
we can run it through my name. You might have to help me set it all up for the release stuff on drive through, but I do have an account and I have I've bought things from them.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. And I forget what the process is, but you need to go in and there's like a checkbox or something you need to select to make yourself a publisher, and that'll open up a whole new menu. And the only downside with when you first start out as a publisher is that when you initially post stuff, you got to wait for them to approve it, which it doesn't take a long time. It's usually, you know, anywhere from 3 to 7 days, and they'll approve it. And then from there, you can publish the PDF, and then if you want to, like, if you wanted to do print books, I know how to. I now know how to, you know, get my way around um, Adobe InDesign, and so I can create the cover and the contents file if you want to do print books. And the only downside with those is that when you're not verified, you know, you have to wait for the approval for just the PDF. Then you have to wait, you know, anywhere from 3 days to 7 days. I think the longest I ever had to wait was like 2 weeks for the print shop to approve the print title, and then you can't put that up immediately for sale. You have to order a proof copy, which you get at cost, and then once you receive the proof copy and you flip through it, you can make sure that there's, you know, no changes that need to be made, and then you just approve it, or you
Right.
update or you update the files on any changes that need to make. You wait another 3 to 7 days. You order another proof copy. So I try to get it done in one pass as much as possible.
So you know, if we collaborate and you know, well, we're setting that up, so it's not really an if so much, but
Right.
you know, when we collaborate and get all this together and put it out there, you know, then pretty much the only thing I'll probably be releasing is shit we collaborate on.
Right.
So I guess I'll just send you half of that as it comes in.
I
mean,
I don't know. I mean,
I'm trying to do a team thing.
Yeah, no,
you know
I mean we can work that. You know, I wonder if there's a way to do. I'll have to look at the publisher tools. There might be a way to just automatically set that up. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll look at that. But
right. Well, I mean, you know,
I mean, if there's a way to do it, then since I'm already set up for everything, I could just do it on my account. But yeah,
it'd probably sell better if it's got your name as the forefront because you have a reputation in this industry, whereas I do not. If I was wanting to do if we were getting the wallpaper business, it would be my name,
right?
That we talked about. Yeah, because I mean I am very good, but I mean you know you're published, you have some notoriety, you have people that buy your shit just because you made it, regardless of the numbers. I mean. You doing it under your banner, you know, with maybe me as a footnote, you know, on it, you know, that's fine. I mean, we can, you know.
Yeah, I'll do some research on the publisher tools. There must be a way of doing that. Yeah, I'll look at that.
I just think that I'm really a creative motherfucker, but I don't know a lot of the steps to do a lot of the stuff to get from my brain into the print thing. And I'm not extremely educated on that. And I think you're really creative too, and you're already kind of successful in it. So, I mean, my whole goal in this is just to, you know, I would like to try my hand at it. If we, you know, get a following and go real successful, you know, we could be the next, you know, Weiss and Hickman, except for we're not a dude and a chick.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
dream, right?
right. Well, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though. I
no, I
mean,
got
yeah,
it. Yeah, no.
yeah, or like what is that? Cyborg Prime guy that
Yeah,
does the
no,
Tumblr stuff. I mean, he writes good shit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I like him. I follow him. I like him. But I mean, once you're established and people start getting it, you obviously have a leg up on that stuff. And plus, I mean, you're good at what you do. I would like to try to put some of my creativity into print and see how it goes. I've always wondered how it would fare out in the openness.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I have learned that it really, well, my process really depends. So, like, if you're starting a book and you have a bunch of ideas, but in your head it's not. Sometimes when you go to write a book, it's already written out in your head,
Right.
and it just you can just start it and it works. Other times, when you have a bunch of ideas, it's really important to do an outline because then you
Yeah.
can shuffle modules in that outline around to make them fit how you want, and and then when it comes time to actually write the book, you just go through the outline and like it's a grocery list and just go, and
Right.
it kind of develops itself. I'm doing it that way with this traveler adventure I'm writing.
Yeah. The
And
second batshit crazy.
yeah, the sequel, yeah, I've got an outline. But the first one I didn't need an outline. I wrote the whole thing while I was working at Amazon because there was nothing else to do except count inventory and stare at robots all day.
Yeah. See, I don't have an end game for the storyline that I've laid out. I had the idea. I shared it.
Yeah.
You liked it, and so I started contacting some art people with basically just trying to get a real colorful. Hey, Cameron, a real colorful gypsy looking type thing of wagons with some people maybe on some horses, maybe some woods and a town that they
Yeah.
look to be traveling. I'm thinking that's the cover of if we're going with what what we discussed on that. I think that'd be a good cover. And I've talked to a couple of artists. One of them is getting me a mock draft. It won't be in full color or whatever, but it'll be kind of the basic idea. It's going to do it in digital format,
Mm-hmm.
so it should be real easy to go about.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I know at least the cover art is going to in the title. I mean, I'm thinking that's the make or break right there. If you have a cool title and some decent art,
Yeah,
people buy your shit.
that is
If it looks
unfortunately
lame,
true.
you get rolled by. So I'm really gonna invest in a good artist to do the at least the cover, you know, because that's what's on display.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't want to get a bait and switch fucking thing too. Like, yeah, the motherfuckers put out great fucking things, and it's like they got stick figures on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
You don't want that. But that was your Braunhaven critique, was that you need better art.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
not even necessarily better art, but like their critique was that they want to see
more.
more of it.
Yeah, more art.
And but I mean, all of the responses I've gotten to the because I use AI art in the Braunhaven stuff, and I've gotten really lucky with the AI that I'm choosing is that it is consistently putting out the type of artwork that I wanted for those books.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of the things that took so long to get the campaign setting out was trying to find either, well, number one, simply could not find a freelance artist. They have the work ethic of like Tuesday afternoon strippers. They just do not return their emails like they're supposed to. And so there was
Right.
that problem. And then the other problem is that, when you do get a response, just the completely wrong type of artwork. There's a lot of these freelance artists on Twitter especially. Oh, I'm a freelance artist, and they don't have a link to to their portfolio, nothing. So then when you do finally see what it is that they're actually creating, and it's fucking furry porn and anime, and I'm
Yep,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. It's all
Well,
yeah,
I should
it's
have.
all furries and anime or anime
yep.
furries, and I'm like,
Oh,
that's not real art, guys.
No
I'm sorry.
thanks.
that's,
I,
that's not real
I should
art.
have. I should have a mock-up in the near future. Well, in the future, way before we get to where we really need it. You know, and then after that, as we start writing it, I figure as scenes and stuff kind of come out that we think would be worth putting a picture of, we'll try to get that put, and then
Right.
NPC picture profiles, some maps, and 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 then the grueling grind of writing it.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and bring us.
Is
That was the other
Brian
thing.
gonna show up?
So Brian is.
Out.
Yeah, he's out because he is
Oh,
currently traveling between home and LA. He's on the road right now, so um,
okay.
he's not going to make it today. So it's just you guys, but I think you guys, between your multiple characters and whatnot, I think you'll still do all right.
This was designed for newbies to pick when we got first pitched it at the very state.
It is,
I mean,
yeah. This particular adventure is more full of lore than it is danger. Although, I mean, you never know. One of these guys might get lucky. But welcome to the Braunhaven campaign setting. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys have decided that they are going to save Christmas, and or rather, the Festival of Giving, and have traveled into the Schelus Mountains searching for the secret entrance to Saint Baldwere's magical workshop, because they have heard that Saint Baldwere has been taken captive by an evil troll named the Bumpus. But before we get started, we would like to thank one of the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. And today, we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your role-playing games, such as custom DM screens, player vaults, dice towers. They have just a mind-boggling plethora of options to purchase from. And all of those items can be customized. If you order something that's customized, it'll usually ship in 6 to 8 weeks from the time of purchase. But they have a lot of items that they've created that are in their inventory stock. And so I always recommend check those out because they do beautiful work. And those items usually ship within 1 to 2 business days from time of purchase. If you haven't, or if you are a first-time purchaser, or even if you want to add to your collection, we have a code that's good for 10% off everything on their website. Just go and put whatever it is that you want to order into your cart, and when you check out, you can use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will net you 10% off. Speaking of merch, we do have some new items on our Greenwater merch site via Zazzle. That is in the description down below. Those two items, we added a couple of button pins. One has the pirate ship logo for the Greenwater Guildhall, and the other one has the pirate flag logo from our Wednesday night Pirates of Drynax campaign. Both of those are fairly inexpensive. They're the least expensive items on the site, and anything that is purchased from that site gets dumped back into the channel. So help support the channel. Click the subscribe button and purchase a button, and that'll help support the channel. The link is down below. So before we get started, so
Toomey, you still have his cat.
oh yes, gotta get rid of Toomey. There we go. So there is the official Old School Essentials referees screen, and I have it in PDF and the reason why I only have it in PDF is because I have a custom DM screen from Talon and Claw, and that I always use for my home games. And so the only time that I use the DM screen here, I use it in PDF. So I just printed it out. Now, the downside that I ran into with that was that the modern referee screens, and it's going this direction with just about everything, but specifically I've noted it with 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons and with Old School Essentials, is that they, rather than the old format, the 8.5 by 11 size for the panels of the screen, they've gone with the shorter version. And don't get me wrong, I kind of like the shorter version because you can see over it better. So that is a pro. But the con is that they kept that format for the PDF. And so if you want it for a custom DM screen and you print it out, everything's going to be really small because it has to print on an 8.5 by 11. You can't flip it sideways and have that page fit on the custom DM screen. And so I mean, it's small enough, and I'm old enough, even with my glasses on, I'm like, I need a magnifying glass. Get off my lawn. And so it's been in my mind for a while that I was going to create my own DM screen, and I now have, and I have incorporated. Not only did I make the screen size bigger, but I've added stuff. So now there is stuff on these screens that I found not only more useful than what was originally on the screen, but I have added stuff from the Carcass Crawler issue 2 and Carcass Crawler issue 3. So the equipment list is completely updated, and yeah, it's great. But in the process of doing this, I ran across a couple of interesting rules that I reread, and I now, for one reason or another, have a better understanding of. So the first rule that comes to mind is, which is just labeled as movement in melee. And so, as you know, rules as written, OSE does not have attacks of opportunity, which I am 100% for, because I think attacks of opportunity are stupid. I mean, of course you're taking attacks of opportunity. You're doing that on your turn. That's part of your combat role, is you're taking, whatever opportunity presents itself. I don't think that a special situation should suddenly grant you, in a turn-based game, should suddenly grant you the ability to make an attack. I think that's dumb. And then add to that 5th edition's, well, if they leave 5 feet, then you get an attack of opportunity. But if they're prone and they want to use half their movement to stand up right in front of you, you don't get an attack of opportunity, which is idiotic. When have you ever been in a fight where you let the guy get back up? You know what I mean? So attacks of opportunity are dumb. But movement in melee, what this basically says is that if you are in a fight with somebody and you decide that you want to stop that or get away, there are 2 options for you. The first is called a fighting withdrawal. You can move backwards at half your encounter movement rate. And as you're moving back, it is assumed that you are still fighting, and you can still make attacks on your turn. The other option is full retreat. You flee at full encounter movement rate, but you cannot attack, and your opponent gets a +2 bonus to hit, and they ignore shield bonus to your AC because you turned around and run, so your shield doesn't come into play. So the last game, and I think once in the session before that, and this came up with Brian trying to escape the horde of orcs. He was using a dash action. There is no dash action. There's just your full encounter movement rate. So we'll reinforce that moving forward. The other thing that I ran into is I reread the rules on the XP bonus for prime requisite modifiers. And what I found was, so when you first read through this, if you read through all the classes, it seems like only some classes get the XP bonus for prime requisite. That is not correct. Actually, everybody gets a bonus for your prime requisite, and the only reason why it seems that only certain classes get it is because those classes, it's specifically written up because they have 2 prime requisites. And so, essentially, what that means is that some people might be due for some additional XP. So my first question is for Wes. Has Borman been taking his XP percentage bonus?
No, he is not.
Okay.
Right now, Borman sits at 4,418 in both thief and fighter.
Okay. So 4,418. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So then my question is, what is Borman's strength modifier? Or I'm sorry, what is Borman's strength?
Borman's strength is 15.
Okay, so that is a plus 5% bonus. You'll want to write that down.
Okay.
And then, and why is that? There we go. And then so you're a fighter thief, right?
That's right.
And so then what is Borman's dex?
18.
So that's a plus 10% modifier. So write that down.
Okay.
Don't add them together yet. Let me double check something.
So, all right. I'm guessing that the plus 5% is under fighter and the plus 10 is under thief.
Correct. So,
all right.
So for fighter, you can
get
add
a plus 5.
You can add another 221 XP.
Okay.
And for thief, you can add another 441, or make it 442 XP.
All right. I'm going to do some math and see how that worked out.
And so, and then my question is, Cameron, have you been taking the XP bonus?
No, I don't know what the bonus is.
Okay, so cleric's prime requisite is wisdom. So what is your wisdom?
11.
Okay, so an 11 doesn't. So yeah, you would not get a XP modifier.
All right.
And
that makes it simple.
What is Allura? Allura is a witch.
That's charisma, I believe.
You think you're probably right. Let me double check. Races. It says on 14. So no, her prime requisite is wisdom as well. So what is Allura's wisdom?
Hers is 14.
So she gets a plus 5% XP bonus.
Oh.
And
well.
And then what is Allura's current XP?
It did that thing where it leveled up twice, so I had to put it down below 5,400.
So she's at 54?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can add another 270 XP to Allura. And so keep in mind that every time you're awarded XP, you get those bonuses.
Okay, 5%. Oh, it says right next to it 5%. I should have. Yeah. All right. Now I know what that's about.
Yeah. So, that was a little bit extra XP for you guys.
Well, it made a difference because Borman is now a level 4 thief.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
how about that?
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and take level 4 since.
I appreciate that.
Can I level up Allura to level 3 then too?
Let me see. It says. So how much XP does Allura have now?
The 5670.
So yeah, she would be level 3 is at 5,400. So yeah, she would take another D4 plus her con modifier for hit points.
Cool.
And she gains a 1 second level spell slot. So she should be at 2 first level spell slots and 1 second level.
All right, so things that have immediately happened that you should probably understand is I now pick log set on anything but a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, and let me read it. With the new armor that has been added, new armor and weapons and equipment in Carcass Crawler issue number 3, some of the things that they added was, for instance, like padded armor, furs, and studded leather armor. Oh, and banded mail. But so the way that we will treat that, and this is what their box says: thieves and similar classes that are normally limited to leather armor, such as acrobats and assassins or thieves, may be allowed to use studded leather armor. When wearing studded leather, climbing, balance, and acrobatic skills suffer a negative 25% penalty, and stealth skills suffer a negative 10% penalty. So for thieves, if you were to wear studded leather armor, that would mean, it would be a -2 to your roll, your D6 roll, for balance and climbing and whatnot. For your stealth checks, it'd be -1.
All right, so I guess I should take like what, a -2 for my stealth rolls now.
Well, that's only if you're wearing studded leather.
Right, but I'm wearing much more than studded leather. And I mean, I understand the rules lawyer in me.
That's true. Because if you're fighter half, you're wearing what, plate?
I'm wearing plate. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that would shit. Plate's gonna make stealth and climbing and balancing situations really difficult. In fact, with plate, I would go so far as to say that you would suffer probably a -3.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a lot worse than studded leather. So
I feel you, man. I figured it was kind of broken the way it was rolling, but I sure wasn't going to bitch. But now that you're correcting, I'm not going to bitch.
Right.
So yeah. Well, again, we discussed the rules lawyer aspect of it already. Is I just want to have a good time. I don't want to cheat.
Right.
I'll take that -3 and keep my plate. In fact, I'm about to fucking upgrade to full plate the next time I can have a set built. So,
right.
If that means I don't sneak and have a -3 AC, then yeah, cool.
I mean, you can still be a trap monkey. Yeah, like.
Oh no, it's on. You can hear me, but you can't necessarily know where I am most of the time because if I'm trying to sneak, I'm invisible.
Right.
So.
Right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, you knit?
I crochet.
Crochet. My grandmother used to crochet when I was little. I mean, she did up until she died, but the time that I remember with it is hanging out. She used to make shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you knit, you have to keep track of like 2 sticks, and it's a lot harder. You can't really wing it. So I like crochet.
You do it all by hand. You just is it like a soothing meditation type activity for you? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I gotta do something with my hands, or I just go crazy. So
okay.
Yeah, just got a lot of stuff around that and fidget with or whatever. So
I fully support arts and crafts. I mean, I make a living kind of on having an artistic flair about myself. Because I mean, when you're talking about wallpaper, you're obviously talking about decorations, color. I mean, there's a lot of other things conversations I get involved in. So I've got to be at least, I've got to have at least a 1 in artistic flair in order to be
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm better than that. I think, because, you got to have confidence in yourself. So I'm going to give myself a 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay, so where we left off, you guys were tromping around the snow in the Schelus Mountains. You ran across a camp of Shrivelkin. And so Shrivelkin are these loathsome creatures that are from the Fey realm, and they
Is
stand.
it safe to assume that they're evil enemies on site?
They are chaotic. You know that much.
No.
They stand around 3 feet tall. They appear to be like a cross between a goblin and an insect. And the older that Shrivelkin are, the more moss and whatnot is growing on the chitinous plates on them. And these chitinous plates kind of act as a natural armor for them. But they are most commonly known for breaching the veil between the prime plane and the Fey realm. And when they're in the prime plane, it is assumed, or maybe it has been witnessed, I haven't decided yet, that a lot of Shrivelkin will work in tandem with a creature known as a Fey hag. And Fey hags are known for kidnapping children from the prime plane and taking them back to, or the Shrivelkin will kidnap these children, take them back to the Fey realm, and give them to Fey hags. And Fey hags will then turn them, basically, if they're a baby, they'll raise them and and slowly corrupt them and turn them into yet another Fey hag. Or if they're older, in a lot of cases, they'll slather them up with some yummy Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and throw them on the Barbie. And so Shrivelkin are not generally well liked.
Yeah, so we should kill them.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Boardman prefers a dry rub, and so that's totally unacceptable with that shit they're talking about.
So, where we left off, it was Borman's turn. What would you like to do, Borman?
Well, seeing as how I'm the only one that is, seeing as how a couple of our guys are taking a piss or something, I'm going to go ahead and step forward by 20 feet.
Oh, you can get that one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get him. I'm going to walk over and hit that guy with my frostbrand.
Okay.
And tell him, you motherfuckers need to step the fuck back.
You need to learn to barbecue.
Yeah, your barbecue preferences suck. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Y'all don't know how to barbecue, and I'm gonna roll the die.
Look at that for a first roll.
Yeah.
So that is going to be max damage plus your strength modifier, and you.
Well,
I mean, you hit this guy so hard that the Shrivelkin basically explodes. These guys are pretty much mooks, so
That's why they can't afford culinary school.
Yeah. It's hard to afford culinary school when you're on a thug's income. So
I'm gonna culturally appropriate your barbecue, fuckers.
All right, so the Shrivelkin
probably didn't like all that.
Yeah, that guy's gonna be brave, and this guy's gonna be brave. This guy back here.
When I'm doing sword and board, my armor class is -2.
Okay. This guy is gonna run here, and this guy is going to be just out of range of Yeller. So 3 of them are going to be able to attack Borman, and they are using just claws. Little animals aren't even armed properly. That's how much Shrivelkin suck.
Yeah, you're supposed to have 2 arms.
Well, right. And so you said you're at -2?
That's correct.
All right. Let's see how well I roll.
Just don't roll a 20. I think I'm
mother
okay.
of fuck. First roll of the game was a 20. The second roll was a 1. This guy trips and falls face first into the snow. Ow, my back. Next guy is going to make an attack. That's a miss, and the last guy is also going to miss. So, and I haven't looked at the character sheet on roll. In fact, let me take a look. I want to take a look at this sheet. But I'll just look at hers.
I'm thinking they need a nat 20 to hit me.
They do have to get a 20 or better.
Yeah.
So the character sheet on Roll20 does not have the attack matrix on it, which is kind of unfortunate. So on printed character sheets, at least the ones that we use the Vagabond descending AC. And at the bottom of the sheet, there's an attack matrix that goes from 9 to 0. And so you would just look at your matrix on the attack chart and be like, okay, Thaco 19, and you start at 0, so I need a 19 to hit AC 0. And then you count backwards down the line. And so from 0 to 9, you have all of what you need to hit those ACs in there, right?
Yeah.
And somebody brought it up, and I don't know why this didn't occur to me. So in games where the attack matrix, the cheat sheet's right there on your character sheet, you don't have to tell the DM what number you rolled. All you have to tell the DM is what AC you hit. So you could just look at the bottom of your page and be like, oh, well, I rolled a 17, so I hit armor class 2. Does that hit, yes or no? And then, it saves the DM from having to look at the chart. I mean, it works either way, but I mean, it just seems it never even dawned on me that you could do that. I'm like, holy shit, I've only been playing this game since like 1979, and it's never occurred to me that you could do it that way. Derp. Learn something new every day, I guess. So what does Yeller the hunting dog has a shovelkin running up on him right here. What would Yeller like to do?
I guess I'll try and bite him.
Go for it.
I don't know where my cage went with the dog thing.
You want to know the Thaco of a hunting dog?
I mean, I'm just looking for their character stuff.
So I thought I had it.
Hunting dog has a Thaco of 18 or +1.
Okay, cool.
I had it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, actually. That's interesting. Okay.
Probably didn't work.
An 8. So they have an 18, you said, for their Thaco?
That's correct.
Yeah, that is going to miss.
That's okay.
All right. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Okay. Gotta move first, I think. Right. I think I can reach that one. Then. I'll try and hit them with the +1 mace.
All right. Are you still using the mace, or are you using a warhammer?
The warhammer we gifted to the captain of the guard of the town.
Oh, that's right.
Braunhaven.
That's right.
It has been removed from the bag of shit I gotta sell.
Right. So an 11 misses as well.
Yeah, okay.
Damn it.
And what would Willow the War Dog like to do?
Well, Willow sees everybody coming over here, and he's just going to go ahead and, over there too, and he's going to take a bite out of crime,
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it just seems like the natural thing to do.
That, what is Willow's Thaco?
Willow's got a Thaco of 17 or +2.
Yeah, so Willow hits on a 12 or better, and so Willow hits.
All right. Well, Willow will wag his tail as he does 2d4 worth damage.
Well, believe it or not, that puts down the Shrivelkin.
Wow. Willow wags his tail and
You're happy boy.
kind of, yeah, it licks the blood off of the bite.
And I'm sure that there's just this snow is now all kinds of fucked up looking, with the splatter of blood all over the place. What would Alora Danon like to do?
Probably move a little bit. Let's see here. Maybe
Shit,
get.
Alora's got 3 spells now.
Yeah, I don't know if they're super combat helpful, but I do have the dagger of throwing that returns. So I was thinking maybe I could try and hit that guy with it.
He's down. You don't want to throw at a guy that's prone. I mean, he's prone.
Well, yeah, he's prone, so you'd be at a -2 to hit him.
Oh, okay. I think from here I could try and hit this guy instead.
Yeah.
Okay. And
remember, it's +1.
Yay.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's 2d4. No.
Oof. Yeah, so you bury the dagger in his skull, and the dagger goes shoop and comes right back to Alora's hand.
Okay, and I'm going to stick her behind a tree.
So, out of curiosity, so I'm looking at the witch spell list. What 2 first-level spells did you take? So there's Cure Light Wounds or Cause Light Wounds, of course.
I got Cure Light Wounds and Charm Person.
Charm Person's a good one. And then what about 2nd level?
Let me see here. I wrote down Speak with Animals. That seemed like something that she'd be into.
Yeah, that could be handy.
We have a lot of animals too. So.
Yeah, you're right. That would definitely.
Yeah, Speak with Animals is always a handy spell, especially considering that you guys are tromping around in the forested region of the mountains. So that could be quite handy.
I think she's turned out to be a cool character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the character classes in this. In fact, I've got some big plans for the witch hunters. Of course, they're going to probably be, at least the ones you'll run into, they'll be evil. But
they're going to die.
Yeah, probably.
But one of the things that I'm adding to my witch hunters is that they will all be armed with firearms, because you can't have a witch hunter, that isn't Van Helsing-esque and, with a couple of, flintlock pistols. I just can't even imagine. That'd be like having a pirate ship that doesn't have cannons. I mean, what's the point? So, Borman, what would you like to do?
Well,
now, if you attack this guy, you get a +2 bonus because he is down on the ground.
Man, I'm big on taking my bonuses when I can. So this is going to be a +4 as I swing at this guy. And I'll tell him, oh, no, that's a 2. I'm sorry. There we go.
That's a hit.
All right, 16. That's going to be 1d8 plus 2, 5.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to worry about getting back up because Borman slices his head clean off. Okay. The Shrivelkin.
I'm gonna finish my turn by getting right up in his face.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so the Shrivelkin, one is going to attack Borman, the other one's going to attack Mavis. On Borman, yeah, 4 ain't going to do it. And on Mavis, 7 isn't going to do it either. I'm sure that there is no. In fact, at no point anywhere on here would a 7 hit anything. So yeah, he foobarred that pretty good. Yeller the hunting dog.
Let's try and see. Oh, I'll have to move to try and bite a guy.
Yeah, 8's not gonna do it. And
He's a gentle spirit.
Yeah.
And Mavis.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Mavis fucked him up.
Max damage.
So that's 7.
Okay, so yeah, you stab him in the throat, and he splatters across the snow.
Which was impressive considering Mavis uses a mace.
Well, I'm assuming she had the dagger in her hands of it. Yeah, I mean, either way.
She's a cleric.
Yeah, I got a mace out. The other character has
the dagger. That's
dagger.
Right.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, she bashes his skull in. And wait, where is it? Hold on here. It just occurred to me there was another optional rule that I am going to implement.
Wonderful. When you kill the person with a nat 20, it's the last of the thing. A magic diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces drops to the ground.
No, that is not the optional rule.
Well, I was just trying to present one,
That's also an optional rule.
Yeah, that is an optional rule.
That is an optional rule. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. And the only reason why I want to look at it directly is because
I'm going to be AFK. I've got to go lose a few ounces.
Okay. Where is it? Combat tables, maybe it's under other combat issues. Here it is. I will wait for Wes to get back because this is an interesting role that may apply to him. I know that he is using a shield, but this could be interesting.
Mavis too, so we'll see.
In fact, what I will do.
I'm back. Thank you for being patient.
Okay, give me one moment.
Cool, I still caught you in pause mode. Take a shot to that. I went last night, Cameron. I went to my favorite little sushi joint, and I went bottle shopping, and I accidentally bought a $45 bottle of sake because I ordered something without knowing how much it cost. So that's what I'm enjoying today.
Oh, cool.
It is wonderfully smooth. You could give it to kindergartners. While that's illegal and immoral, just saying, they would like it.
It would be a lot of fun for a little while.
The cool thing about sake is, in order to drink it, if you're drinking it properly by, putting it in a shot glass, is you got to pass a dexterity check before you can take more.
So there is an optional roll that I'm going to add for parrying. And what this basically says is that if you want to wield a dagger in your offhand, as opposed to was this right? Characters of strength of 13 or above may opt to act purely defensively in melee, forfeiting their attack that round, meaning that you can add your strength bonus to melee attacks and apply it to your armor class and not make an attack.
Well, Mavis is weak, so can't do that. But maybe Borman can.
Yeah, and
I
this,
can. I got a 15, and I'm looking and thinking, is 15 plus 1 to damage or plus 2?
it is. I will tell you. It is +1.
Okay, good. I've been doing it right. Unfortunately, I'd have rather been wrong.
So if you wanted to go into full parrying mode, theoretically, you could take that +1 and add it to your armor class, or subtract it from your armor class, rather.
Yeah, or I could hold my shield and just hit you with my longsword next round and get the same AC.
And get the same AC, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, that is actually helpful to have, due to the fact that there's no telling what might be in my offhand.
Right, and
I mean,
somebody like say Dentry, if he wants to end up using like a two-handed weapon, battle axe or greatsword or whatever, parrying for him may be a better option because he won't be able to use a shield because both hands are.
You don't punish me by using both hands, so I could have my now throwing axe in one hand and my frostbrand in the other.
Right. The only time that you get penalized is if you're making an attack with both. So your primary attack would be at what was it? Attacking with two weapons. Characters with dex or strength as their prime requisite may choose to wield two one-handed weapons as follows. The secondary weapon must be of small size, so like a hand axe, so you fit that. Attacks with the primary weapon suffer a -2 penalty, and you can make an extra attack per round with the secondary weapon at -4. So in your case, in Borman's case, that attack with the Frostbrand would be at -2. The attack with the hand axe would be at -4.
Yeah.
I mean, the penalties suck, but I mean, you're going to look really cool doing it.
Well, there's a time and a place for all that shit,
right?
Yeah. So whatever.
And
it's
I mean,
cool.
When you go up and you get like Thaco of 18 or 17 or whatever, it suddenly becomes more useful.
Yeah.
So, we'll wait for Mavis.
Are we about to have to roll for treasure or something? Have you?
Nope, there's still one left on you.
Yeah, I didn't leave the room.
So, Mavis, what would you like to do?
Wait, I thought I hung and hit stuff.
There's another guy right here.
Thank you very much. He snuck around because he didn't have a title under his name that totally filled the screen full of bullshit.
Right, yes.
So Mavis rolled the nat 20 and ended that guy. That was the last thing I did just a minute ago.
Oh, you just mashed him. That's
right.
That's
my turn was over.
So Willow the War Dog, what would you like to do?
I have to go up here and bite this guy. He's in the way. It's terrible. That's probably going to hit.
That is going to hit, yes. Oh, yeah. So Willow goes up and clamps down on this guy's throat, and that is the end of him.
Willow is going to go ahead and just sit there and eat a small snack of this guy because obviously it tastes good. And
I forgot to do it again.
I need to tip the groomer when we get back to town. 5 gold pieces.
Let me put in your XP. So
don't forget we get the double XP modifier because it's a Saturday.
So
it's an optional rule.
This is a camp, and so you will get 6 rolls on table Q.
Damn.
And that's a D100s, 6 rolls.
get 3.
Nope. Actually, there is no roll. These guys will have.
Oh, you just listed out some shit, huh? All right,
No,
if
the
you do the
table Q is just 3d6 silver pieces per guy. So I'm just going to roll 3d6 times
That's cool.
6.
If you want to do the coins, Cameron, I'll do the gems and other items.
So these guys have 66 silver pieces between all of them.
Okie doke. I wrote it down.
All right. Thank you for your support.
Let the come on now. There we go. 66 silver pieces is not a whole lot of XP.
Yeah, they kind of suck, so I'm not shocked.
Yeah, we'll look up in the air and talk to the gods and be like, these monsters suck for EXP.
So the question is, where would you like to go from here?
Well, I mean, there are no signs or whatsoever that these guys have any information or trinkets, books, or anything that might point us in a certain direction or nothing.
So
Is
this
that right?
camp, there is a trail here, and of course this side trail here, that meander off through the snow to the north. And then to the south, there's this small, extremely cold stream that flows past their little camp here.
Is Yeller indicating that to go follow this trail then, the northernly one?
That's a good question as well. Go ahead and roll a d6 for Yeller.
Yep, we're gonna ask Laura and Yeller where the fuck we should go. We had a ranger.
So Yeller drilled it. The Yeller is picking up a scent to the north.
All right, let's go where Yeller says. He knows what he's doing with this particular thing.
I will take Willow the War Dog and stay close to Yeller as we all just, I guess we're going to do the bunch up type thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And maybe this will bring up the rear. We're going this way. All right.
There's trails going every fucking where, man.
Yeah, for real.
Which way is Yeller telling us that we should go?
So Yeller,
whatever he got the scent of, that's where we're going, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeller is pointing you in this direction.
Oh.
And it says,
I'm going to go invisible when he points to that direction.
We're in snow. I don't know if that's going to help you a lot.
You
can walk in other people's footprints, but once you get past that point, they're going to see you.
Yeah, I should be checking for traps is what I should be doing, evidently.
So up here,
I'm going to look for some traps as we move up through there. If there were any, I probably found them.
Yeah, there are no traps up there. But what you do find
is some big creature.
No. More shrivelkin.
No.
Yeah, they're very threatening. It's scary.
But hold on. That. And that. Boo. So everybody roll initiative.
Wait.
Right. So Borman is still at 6, is that right?
No.
Oh, there you go.
And Willow is at 4.
Right.
Did you correct that?
I did.
Thank you. I was working on it.
And one of you guys can roll a d6. I don't care which one of you it is.
Go ahead, Carmen. Or you want me to because you're crocheting?
No, it's okay. I can do it.
All right.
Okay, so Yeller leads you guys up here, and both sides are surprised. Yeller leads you directly to a small clearing up here between these trees, where these Shrivelkin appear to be attempting to lay in wait for an ambush. But because Yeller comes up, the Shrivelkin are surprised, and you guys kind of blindly follow the dog and stumble into this. And it is a regular round since both sides are surprised. So, Borman, what would you like to do?
There's nothing else to do but, if I'm invisible, is he aware of my
If you
stuff?
are invisible, you can make a stealth check.
At -3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for me. So I guess I'm not doing backstab.
So even with Borman, being invisible because of his plate, and because of the snow, you can still see these heavy, deep prints in the snow. And actually, though, let me double check something. Backstab when attacking. Yeah, the opponent has to be unaware. So yeah, they're pretty aware. But that's still a hit.
Yeah, so this will be a D8 plus 2. 3 points damage.
Well, that is more than enough to end him.
That is wonderful.
What would Willow the War Dog like to do?
Willow's going to go to the closest thing and eat it. I'm thinking that's closer.
I mean, Shrivelkin are so disgusting, I can only imagine that Goblin tastes better than Shrivelkin.
Man, Willow loves the taste of them, though, man.
A 9 is going to miss.
He's got a THAC-O 17.
Maybe not. Let's see. Yep, a 9 is going to miss.
All right, well, he goes up there and snaps in the air and growls. Wags his tail.
Laura Danon.
I'm probably gonna try and throw that throwing dagger since it's cool. Get a little bit better of an angle on this thing here. Maybe like there would be better. But it'd be kind of hard to wing it at Borman. All right.
Man, I've got a real low AC.
Hmm.
You get a +1 with that throwing dagger, though.
Oh.
Plus your dex modifier.
I don't have a dex modifier, but that'd be +1.
That'd be neat to have one.
Boy, I sure wish I had that. So a 13 just misses.
Damn. Okay.
Damn it.
Very close, though. The Shrivelkin, he is going to step up and try to be brave. Actually, well, 12 is going to miss no matter what, but I'm going to roll morale. What is their morale? Yeah, no.
That's gotta suck for them.
Yeah, these guys are running. So he is going to do a fighting withdrawal. And he can move 10 feet. But he could still make an attack, so he attempted to make an attack. And he's going to go that way. This guy is also going to make an attack, but he is going to also make a fighting withdrawal. And miss. And he is going to go 10 feet that way. Okay. Mavis, what would you like to do?
I think I could only go like 20 feet. So I could try and sling a rock at one of them.
Yeah.
This one? Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what?
Max damage.
Yeah,
We're
fuck
getting a
yeah.
lot of those
4.
today.
Yeah. A 4.
Good job. Yeah.
So 4 points puts down the Shrivelkin and Yeller the hunting dog.
Yeller thinks they're gross. He's gonna bark at him a lot and get in front of Allura.
Okay. And Borman.
Man, he's not that far away. I'm just going to go right over to him. I'm pretty sure that's within my 20-foot range. Yeah. And I'm gonna swing my sword.
Womp womp.
8 probably misses.
It does. And Willow.
Willow thinks they're tasty.
I bet it's like goblin jerky since they're all shriveled.
Oh yeah, he loves that shit, man.
Like a cross between jerky and bad crab.
He rolled 11, but he's got a Thaco 17.
That is still a miss.
Dang.
All right.
Oh wow.
Geez, I don't remember what I was doing. Oh well. Allura, what would you like to do?
If I roll a 1 with the dagger, I'm gonna stab one of my friends.
So I would say if you were to throw it from, well, man, even if you,
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Maybe I can get
even
an
if
angle.
it doesn't really matter which direction you go, if you threw from here, if you threw from here, if you threw from here, you're going to be at -2 to hit. And
Yeah.
if you roll a nat 1, you're definitely going to hit either the dog or Borman.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, they're gone, and not that
Yeah,
one.
you need to
I'll
get
move
you
a
an
little.
offensive spell. But you wouldn't
Yeah,
have used
probably.
it now anyway. You
Well,
wouldn't have used the spell slot right now anyway.
the other thing that that you should be looking at for Allura is that, and I'm not sure, I'd have to look it up, but don't forget that witches get ritual magic too. So there are some things, not something you're going to fire off in combat, but because they take so long, rituals take so long to do. But there's some really cool shit that you can do, like you wake up in camp in the morning and you could do a ritual that potentially gives bonuses to everybody or whatever. So yeah, there's some really cool shit you can do.
All right.
Commune with the Dark One, things like that.
Oh.
The Shrivelkin is going to do a fighting withdrawal and move 10 feet. And he'll swing on the dog. What is Willow's AC?
Willow's AC, he's barded.
I know this. Where is my tack?
I'm looking.
So tack for a war dog. Here it is. Dog barding AC 6. Okay, and he rolled a 12. Oh, so close. He almost hit Willow as he backs away and Mavis, what would you like to do? You kind of got to. I would say that this tree is going to give him a little bit of cover, so that's going to be a -2.
Okay, I'll roll at a -2. That's okay.
Oh.
Nope. No
Nope.
way. I hit the tree and it went whack.
Net is a 0. I remember in our 5th edition game, one of the guys had a negative to his dex, and he would like roll initiative and get like, I got a -3. How the fuck did you do that? Yeller.
What's a Yeller do? I guess just move here.
Sure.
Can't really make it over.
Borman.
I'm going to go ahead and make my attack. This is at +2.
An 11 miss.
11.
That
All
is
right.
a miss.
Willow will do the same thing right up, try to bite him.
Okay.
Damn it.
No. God, the Shrivelkin's going to live another day. Or another round, at least. Oh, Laura, what would you like to do? So, I mean, if Laura could move to here, she could get a normal shot on him.
Yeah, she can make that. Let's touch the spooky death tree and then go +1.
You got to do it, Laura. I mean, it's
Ugh.
golly.
The Shrivelkin is going to fighting withdrawal. 10 feet, and he will swing on the dog. Ugh, not with a 5. And Mavis. Mavis, you could do this.
Mavis has the steps.
She's got the sling though.
Oh hell yeah!
That is a hit.
Sweet. Shit.
He has a black eye from where the sling bullet smacked him, but it just glanced off of his face.
He's lucky as hell.
Yeah, he is. Yeller.
Maybe Yeller will run up and bite him. Let's see if we can make it. Okay, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeller's got mad range.
Oh, jeez.
Yeller, you dumb piece of shit.
Yeller trips and stumbles in the snow like a puppy that's just learning to walk, and
Aww, cute.
And kind of goes face first into the snow. Borman.
I'm gonna step up and not the dog. Still, I'm gonna go ahead and get behind him here.
Okay.
Even though that I get no real bonus from it. This is +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's lucky. Willow's gonna run up and kind of get behind him a little bit.
This is the Shrivelkin from the Matrix.
I know, it's crazy. That goes 17.
That's a hit, finally.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
4 points of damage.
Willow puts an end to these shenanigans. And there will be okay. So again, this is like a small camp of these a-holes, and you find another 33 silver pieces in this camp, or on these guys.
All right.
They're so rich.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeller can roll a d6. So Yeller is not picking up a scent in this vicinity, but he is very interested in traveling to the west. But he's not picking up any particular scent.
I want to look at this weird tree.
It is just a cold, dead tree sitting out here in the uh,
Oh,
on the mountainside.
oh, okay. I thought it was special somehow. All right.
I mean, if Yeller's interested in going to the west, we've been following him,
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
whether it makes sense or not.
grab your guys and move you
Yeah,
over here,
we're all following the dog.
and let me reveal.
Ooh,
So out in the
that's
middle
the
of
sense
this,
of a portal.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys find Yeller. You follow Yeller, and he leads you. Let me give you a description. So there is deep snow here, and the minor trail here that leads back, down to the little bridge that crosses the river and whatnot. Um, that trail just kind of ends here, and it's deep snow. And there are rock outcroppings, uh, these crags that stick up, and they're ice covered rock outcroppings, and you see that there is a set of menhirs, standing stones, that are in a very rough circle. And in the middle is a large portal, a stone portal, and it is an archway, and there is this blue shimmering kind of whirlpool of energy in the middle of this portal. It is like a cold blue glow that emanates from the center. But coming from this portal, you can smell the scent of fresh baking cookies, like cinnamon and sugar.
I
And
do love cinnamon sugar cookies.
and this whole area smells of fresh baked cookies. To the north, you see more rocky crags that head deeper up into the Schelus Mountains, and to the south, you can see out of the snowdrifts that this trail picks up and continues to the south.
Do we dive right into the portal?
I think we should walk in to the portal.
Okay, let me copy you guys.
I mean, obviously, Santa Claus dwarf dude is not gonna live in our realm. You know?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, that's better. So, right. As I then promptly open the wrong folder. So you step out of this this portal, and you are now standing on what appears to be a frozen lake. And set into this lake, close that. Okay. Set into this lake, there are some what appear to be like little lanterns on lampposts, and they have little green wreaths on them and whatnot. Um, and this lake appears that it is so frozen that you're estimating that the ice layer on this lake is at least 8 feet deep. So I mean, there's no chance that it's going to that it is going to crack and break through. You're not in any danger. But you do see that over here, riding a sled coming down the hill that makes up these two cave-like entrances, you see that there is clearly a Zwerfneblin. He is a gray or a deep gnome that is giggling and laughing as he sleds down the hill on a disc-like metal sled. And he gets to the bottom of the hill, picks it up, goes back up the hill, comes back down, and he sees you guys step out of the portal onto the frozen lake and waves at you, and then goes back to sledding.
We should probably go talk to him.
Probably so.
So he comes sliding down the mountain, giggling and laughing the whole way, and he is wearing like a red and green wool outfit, and it's got numerous pockets on it. And as you go up and greet him, he reaches into a pocket and pulls out a sugar cookie and starts nibbling on it. And he introduces himself as, he says, "Hi, my name is Bobbert." And Bobbert he tells you that he is one of Saint Baldwere's elves. And he says that you'll have to excuse me. I'm out here practicing my sledding skills. I'm positive that this year my team is going to win the elf sledding tournament. But I need to keep practicing.
So does he know where Father Baldwere is? Saint Baldwere is?
He says, oh yeah, we haven't seen him in a couple of days. I don't know. You might ask some of the other elves in the workshop.
What, just go on in the cave there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he just kind of points a thumb over at the general direction of the two caves, and he says, "Yeah, you might ask some of those elves in there." And he starts tromping up the hillside again to go back to sledding.
Okay.
Yeah, either cave. I don't really care.
I don't know either.
Yeah, the frozen one, I guess.
Okay. So this cave. You can see, when you look in the cave, you can see that there is this 10-foot wide entrance, and at the northern end of this walkway, you can see that there are a set of double doors, and these are large, like barn-like, doors. And from coming from this direction, you can hear that there are a bunch of like little squeaks, like wee 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 wee, and
cool.
And so these doors you can see are open, and then there's a 10-foot wide passage that goes to the east, and a 5-foot wide passage that continues to the west.
So
I'll let you guys.
Got to be the guinea pigs. I want to see them.
I will let you guys move your tokens to wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I guess we'll just head on in, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll lean to the west.
So when you get closer to this cave, you can look in, and you can see that these double doors lead into a chamber that there is a fireplace in there that has a nice roaring fire that you can feel the warmth coming out of these little barn doors or big barn doors that are open, and you can see that there is a wooden hutch on the northern wall, and that there are these squeaks coming from the northern hutch.
Just gonna go investigate the squeaks, looking for traps.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, do that first. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go and make a trap check. Okay, so yeah, there's no traps, and when you get closer, you can see that there's a hutch on the north wall and a hutch on the east wall, and these are large cabinets that are subdivided into individual hutches, and at the bottom of each of these subdivision is a small brass plaque, and on the west wall there is a large fireplace, and then these brass plaques under each one shows an individual name of the guinea pig that's in the hutch. And so in hutch number 1, there is Brasher, a round little brown and white guinea pig. In hutch number 2, there is Nancer. He's white with short fur. In hutch 3, there is Clancer, black with short fur. In hutch 4, there's Nixon, white with cowlicks all over it, causing its fur to stick out in every direction. In hutch 5, there is Dunder, who is brown with short fur. In hutch 6, there's Dander, white with short fur. In 7, there's Fixin, who's a blonde with very long, well-brushed fur. 8 is Astro, white with black spots and short fur. In 9 is Stupid, long brown furs, and he likes to sit in his food bowl.
I'll call out and ask if these guinea pigs are here for eating.
No, these are the magical guinea pigs that pull Saint Baldwere's sled.
Laura could speak with them, possibly.
In hutch number 10 is Shitzen, but Shitzen is actually a black and white cat, but nobody seems to have noticed. In hutch 11 is Blixum, who's light tan with short fur. In 12 is Olive, snooty, and thinks she's better than all the other guinea pigs. In 13 is Dolph, who's shiny red fur and he believes that he can glow. In 14 is Clement, curly dark brown fur. And in 15 is Jim, who has black fur with white spots, but he's new here. And when you get to this point, you can see that the hallway to the west leads to an open door, and the hallway to the wide hallway to the east leads into what looks to be a larger room.
If we can't find any good clues about where Saint Baldwere is, we can come back and I'll use speak with animals on the guinea pigs.
Fair enough.
But I say we go to the larger room. That's my vote.
All right. Heading to the larger room.
Okay.
Looking about for traps and all that neat shit.
So in this larger room, you can see that this is kind of it's just, there's no door, it's just an open area cut into the mountainside. And you can see that there's a large sled that's parked in the middle, and there's shelves of tools that line the northwest and east walls full of various tools. There are files for filing things down or sharpening the blades of the sled. And then it just ends in a dead end in this room with just the sled parked here.
Are there gifts ready on the sled, or does it have a deficit?
It is actually empty.
Oh shit, that's not good. Okay, I guess we're going the other way.
Okay. So from here,
I'm looking for traps as we move along.
Okay. Go ahead and make a trap check. Yep, you don't find any traps, but you do find that there's a long 5-foot wide hallway that goes both north and south.
Well, you want to go to the north?
Sure. Let's go.
All right. Headed north, calling out. Hello.
Okay.
Again, still looking for traps.
Hold on, you might hear something. So you can hear, you don't find any traps, but you can hear from the south what sounds like the sound of hammers and saws and like people sanding stuff coming from the south. And here, when you move to the north, you can see that there is a large hallway and an open door at the end of the hallway that leads to the east, or to the west.
If all the sound is from the south, we should probably head south.
I agree. We can talk to some gnomes there, or whoever.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll head to the south, yelling out hello.
Okay. So here you find that this is actually the entrance to the other cave. And this, the sound seems to be emanating from a large room at the end of this western passage. The north, heading south, you head down south to the hallway, and it takes a right and heads to the west. And there's an open door at the end, and all the sound of hammers and sanding and saws and whatnot comes from there. And down here,
Still looking for traps, but moving on into the room.
okay. So
I got a 1.
When you move into this room, you see that there are toys and gifts in various stages of construction, and there's a pair of these large wooden tables in the middle of this room. And you see that there are a number of Svirfneblin frantically building toys and moving around the shop. There is this door here that leads out and heads to the east. There is a large fireplace that takes up the center of the south wall. And the shelves are full of tools that take up the walls of the workshop. The shelf in the southwest corner down here, you see that there are a number of potions sitting on the shelf. And there, like I said, there are numerous Svirfneblin that are moving about the shop frantically. Everybody roll, make a wisdom ability check. So roll under your wisdom score. Don't forget that you get to add, or rather subtract your wisdom modifier from that roll. Oh, that's something else. Hold on just a second.
So Laura made it.
Foreman made it.
And Mavis made it.
Okay, so you guys can see that these Svirfneblin, deep gnomes, are running around, and they are moving so fast that a lot of their movement seems to be blurred. Like, it's hard to track them. And actually, before I... one other thing to give you guys a bonus on. So, this is something else that I found. If you have a wisdom modifier, you can add that to your wands and spells saving throws. So, Borman, what's your wisdom?
I've already accounted for all that, but I'll go ahead and look up. I don't think it's 11. I don't get a modifier.
Right. So what is Mavis's wisdom?
It's also 11.
Okay, and what about Alora's?
14, so +1.
So she can add a 1, or she can subtract a 1 from her W saving throw and her S saving throw.
Okay.
That makes her a little bit better at magic saving throws.
Cool.
So yeah, you see all these Surfneblin moving around surprisingly fast as they are frantically trying to build toys, and they all kind of are moving around. So I don't know if they don't even notice that you guys have walked into the room. They are busy hammering away and making toys.
So Alora's gonna.
Go
Alora's
ahead,
gonna.
Alora.
I want to look at these potions and see if they're performance enhancing potions.
Oh, you read my
That's why they're
mind.
going fast.
Yeah, Borman is right over there with her.
Okay.
Because, yeah, if they're not going to pay attention and they have magic potion stuff, we should look at that first.
So a number of these potion vials are empty, but you do find 2 that are full, and they. No, not rings. Potions. There we go. So does Alora want to like put some on a finger and taste it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So Alora, you taste this this potion, and you determine that these 2 potions are potions of speed.
Yeah.
Characters' movements and actions are magically accelerated. The movement rate is doubled when you drink this potion, and it will last 1d6 plus 1 turns. So movement rate is doubled. The number of attacks per round that the character can make is doubled. And other actions may be performed at double speed. So it really depends on what they are. But
Awesome. Okay. So they aren't even paying attention to us, so I don't think they'll notice if I snag one.
yeah, yeah, no, they're busy hastily trying to make toys.
Do any of them look like this, like the supervisor of this situation?
Not particularly. There is a deep gnome that kind of is pointing out things to do, but he's working on sanding down wheels for a little cart that he's making, and he's working just as hard as the rest of them.
Can we ask them, any of them, if they've seen Saint Baldwere?
So yeah, they all kind of stop what they're doing and turn and look at you, kind of shocked that you've snuck into the room and they haven't noticed. And they tell you that the one who's kind of acting as a supervisor says, "Oh, we haven't seen Saint Baldy for a few days, and we fear that the Bumpus has taken him captive. We'll be happy to point you in the direction of the Bumpus's lair. You might also check up. I mean, like I said, we haven't seen him in a couple of days. He could be staying in his lodge. That's up to the north."
Okay.
What do these potions do?
Oh, those are potions of speed. They also taste like peppermint hot chocolate.
Sounds wonderful to me. Yeah.
With just a hint of methamphetamine.
I'll pick both of them up and I'll smile and hand one to Laura and take the other one into my little pouch there, my hip pouch.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's potion of speed, right?
Yep, that is a potion of speed. So doubles your movement and gives you double the normal amount of attacks, and it works for 1d6 plus 1 turns. So 1d6 plus 1 10-minute increments. So.
Oh, that could be very valuable.
Absolutely. We should check his home and see if there's any
things to loot. I agree.
I'm sorry, 1d6 plus 6 turns. So yeah, potions in the older games they lasted a lot longer than potions in modern games. In modern games, like, I drank a potion. Well, how long does it last? Maybe at most 10 minutes, but
there might be some
There might be clues or lootable items in his corpse in his quarters.
Okay, so where do you guys want to go from here?
We want to check Saint Baldwere's lodge.
Okay. Move you guys up here. So as you pass this this other passage that heads to the west, you can hear the sounds of snoring coming from this western passage. And again, at the end of this western passage, you can see that there's a door open, and you can hear some snoring coming from that room at the end of the passage. But going up to the north, you find Saint Baldwere's Lodge. And so this lodge is built on like on stilts. And there's a large decorated tree here with a pile of presents underneath, and this whole lodge is sitting on this icy pond. And the lodge is up on 10-foot stilts, and there's a large door at the top of this ramp that goes up to the front door. And
is it open or is it closed up?
The door is closed up.
I'm still going to look for traps.
I could use the chime of opening.
No, I probably found any traps there.
You did find a trap. So there is right here, there is a trap that is a snowball flinger. And it's basically just this paddle that scoops and flings snowballs.
That's fun.
Nice. I'll go ahead and check to see if the door is locked.
It is locked.
Time to open with the chime. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 1 on my pick locks.
Okay, so...
But do you want to chime it? I'm not going to get in the way.
Oh, so...
Yeah, you did it already,
so,
right?
So two things.
Yeah.
You go and you perfectly pick the lock, and when you take your lock pick out, the lock goes click, 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 chunk, and relocks. And the chime, you lose a charge on the chime, but it does not unlock the door.
Oh, what the shit?
I'll knock on the door.
There is no answer.
There's no windows.
So the windows are all kind of frosted up, but when you kind of wipe the frost away, you can look inside. You can see that the fireplace is not going inside, and it doesn't look like anybody has been in the lodge in some time.
Time to go down the chimney.
Yeah.
So you guys are adamant about getting into the lodge, huh?
I guess so.
I mean, if she's talking about going all into, I'm just going to try to kick the door in.
Okay, so given enough time, you are able to. Alora probably climbs down the chimney, and she comes inside this lodge, and unlocks the door from the inside, and you go through the lodge. The bed is perfectly made, but the fireplace isn't going. It's cold in here. You can see your breath. It doesn't look like anybody's been home for a good couple of weeks.
Oh, geez.
Does he have any chests or things that look like, maybe he would leave clues or a tip for people that might be looking for him?
Oddly enough, everything in here seems fairly mundane, but there's no signs of like a scuffle or anything like that he was kidnapped, and you don't find any notes or documents or anything showing where he may have gone.
What about treasure or personal?
No, everything in here is just, there's like a number of mugs that could be used, crockware mugs that could be used for drinking hot chocolate and things of that matter. But aside
Yeah.
from that, you find a chest out on or rather a barrel out here on the front porch that is filled with like reindeer jerky. But aside from that, you don't really find anything else in here.
I don't know if this guy's worth saving, Laura and Mavis. He's not really a collector of any kind of gold or treasure. I guess he brings happiness, but his lack of monetary collections has really not made me happy.
He has a lock that we can't open with the chime or with our lockpick, so he's probably got powerful magic.
Oh, that might be lootable. You're right.
Or he might give us something cool. Maybe we should check on the snoring that we heard.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna go back and poke the person snoring.
Okay. So in this room,
we're gonna look for traps again.
Okay.
I just have to stay in the habit of always looking for traps as we move anywhere, because
yeah, there's no traps in here. This appears to be a barracks type of room. There are bunk beds in the room, and they are crowded, and there's loud snoring as the sound of sleeping Svirfneblin fill the room. And you can tell that it looks like the deep gnomes sleep in here in shifts. But they're all currently sacked out and asleep. And there's a big fireplace hearth here on the east wall that provides plenty of warmth in the room, but they're all sacked out and snoring, in these various bunk beds.
We should. You think we should wake them up? What do you think?
No, they need to sleep off all their speed potions.
Do they have any chests or trunks or any personal effects?
They don't. Oh, wait, but they do.
What kind of society just brings joy and cheer to everybody? It doesn't collect gold or diamonds.
Everybody can make an intelligence ability check.
Oh yeah, that's right up my alley. Okay. I did not make it. I'm willing to bet.
Okay, Laura made it.
Mine is 11, so no, I did not make it.
And Mavis made it.
So wow. you can see, so Mavis and Alora notice that around a lot of these bunks on the floor are a bunch of these empty potion vials. And it occurs to Mavis and Alora that maybe some of the elves have a bit of a problem with the potion of speed.
All right. We'll have to introduce them to 12-step or something. Which way is the Bumpus Lair? It looks like that's the last place to go.
So you go back down to the workshop, and they tell you that they give you basic directions on how to get to the Bumpus Lair. And so, they just kind of offhandedly say, it's to the west. And they tell you, go back out through the portal, follow the trail all the way to the west, and you should run into the Bumpus Lair.
Cool.
Yeah.
Of which you do. And actually, I need to look at this other map.
It's all black to me.
Right.
Bumpus's lair is incredibly dark.
Yes.
I know.
That's why nobody likes him.
We're going to kill the Bumpus.
Yeah, probably.
He's going to come out and sing some song about how he has his bumps, his lovely monster bumps. He's going to get us drunk on his Bumpus bumps.
Right.
What did you stick?
So, up here.
That's my looking for traps roll as we approach whatever the hell we're approaching.
Okay. So, yeah, you do some trap looking, and you don't find anything, but you do find. So after the trail just kind of peters out, and you end up in this area with jagged rocks, and there's this cave that has these long icicles hanging from the mouth of the cave, and the cave is about 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall entrance, and it leads into a dark passage.
We should light it up.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Toss
We'll light
something in there.
lanterns and shit before we go in.
Okay, so you're going to pull out some lanterns.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we suck in the dark.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys have an awful lot of humans going on, huh?
That's what we are, humans and dogs.
I think the dogs would probably have a fairly decent time in the dark, but I might be wrong.
That's another looking for traps roll as we progress on into the cave.
Okay, so coming into this cave, you find so at the end of this cave, you can see that there is some torchlight in this area coming from here, and it is a 10-foot wide passage that leads in here, and you can see that there is a 5-foot wide passage at the end of the hall. There is a small little zigzag to the south, and in here, first of all,
Man, we should have taken something of Saint Baldwere's for the dog to try and locate him with. Shit,
Oh, man, you're right.
that was what.
But I got a 5 on looking for traps.
okay, yeah, there's no traps, but somebody can roll a d6.
All right.
Okay, neither of you are surprised. In here, there are 4 shrivelkin, and hold on, I need to put up a turn order. And you guys can roll initiative.
You add Will of the War Dog, please.
Oh, did I miss a dog? Let's see here. I got, yep, I did. There you go. What did Alora get?
Oh, I thought I put it in theirs too.
Okay. Okay. So, Borman, what would you like to do? You see that there's these 4 shrivelkin in here, and they look like they're standing guard.
And this is the Bumpus layer, correct? I mean, what we believe.
Yeah.
And we believe the Bumpus took the guy.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and just stab one of them, because this is supposed to be a happy occasion.
Yes. I shall give him the traditional Christmas stabbing.
Yeah. So that is 14. 14 to hit this guy right here.
Is a hit.
All right. So this will be a D8 plus 2. 7 points damage.
Ooh. So yes, you just step in and stab him in the face, and he goes down.
And then I will just continue my movement and step right in this guy's face and growl menacingly.
Okay.
Grr.
Okay. Yeller the hunting dog.
Let's see. They have enough to run up and try and bite one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they only got 2 hit points, but they do a D20 on damage. I'm just playing. I don't know that.
13 is a miss.
Okay.
And what would Mavis like to do?
Get as far as possible, and I'm probably, well, wait, maybe I could aim at this one with the sling since the dogs are not tall.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
Okay.
That is a hit.
All right.
Oof.
Cool.
Yeah. You drill him in the face with a rock, and he goes down like a ton of bricks. Shrivelkin are going to swing on Borman, and, well, first of all, they need to make a morale check. They actually made it. Okay, because these guys have higher morale. So yeah, they are going to swing on Borman and Yeller. So on Borman... Oh my god, so close. But Borman blocks with his shield and narrowly misses getting hit. On Yeller... What is Yeller's AC?
It sucks.
It's 7?
Yeah, it's 7.
That definitely hits for 1d4 claw damage. So Yeller takes 2 points of damage.
I think that's all he's got, right? No, 6 HP.
He's got
okay.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeller's like, no! What would Alora like to do?
Try and save the dog so they can get there. And try and throw a dagger.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that dagger bounces off the back wall and then bounces back into Alora's hand. And
okay.
What would Willow like to do?
Willow's going to go run and save Yeller.
Okay.
Didn't like the way Yeller yelped in agony and gloom there. Agony on me.
Oh, so close with that 20.
Yeah, but I missed.
A 2 is going to miss.
Yeah.
Borman.
I'm going to swing on this guy right in front of my face and
That's
add 2 to this roll.
Yeah, that is a hit.
1d8 plus 2. 3 points down.
You slash this Shrivelkin and he goes down in a bloody mess.
I'm going to walk over in this dude's face and growl again.
And Yeller.
Try and make another attack.
That's a hit.
Cool. I don't know how much damage a bite does.
So it
It was
says
1d6.
Cool.
yes.
Holy shit. All right. Go Yeller.
Oof. So Yeller finally has enough of this guy's shit and mows down on him and puts an end to these shrivelkin. These guys. Oh wait, that was too many dice.
You can use too many dice. We don't object.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot of silver pieces. So these guys have 48 silver pieces on them.
Still not a lot of loot. We're looking for a big payday up in here. Bumpus better have a fucking stash.
Yeah, probably.
Or when I kill him, I'm going to ask you to bring him back so I can kill him again.
So out of this room, you do see that there, like I said, whoops. There we go. You see that there is, actually that's kind of neat. I like that. There is a passage to the east, or I'm sorry, to the west, and there is a passage to the south that kind of zigzags to the south and then heads to the east.
I'm going to try to hear noise. I don't really get that, I don't think, because I haven't invested in it. So, what do you think? You think we should go further in to the east? Or down into this hallway going down in here?
Let's go this way. That's fine.
Here's my looking for traps roll as we continue on out into this bullshit.
Okay. So you don't find any traps. But you do find a room. Down here. So from this room, as you get closer, you can hear that there's like a loud snoring. And let's see. Holy shit, there's a lot of these guys in. Okay. There's a lot more than I remember putting in there, but hold on.
You do, huh? Thanks. They're feeling very neglected.
So in this room, there are 8 more shrivelkin. Wait. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not right. I was like, why is there so many in here? No, there are... Actually, move these off. So in here, there are 2 shrivelkin that are standing guard around this big cage that is in the southwest or southeast or, southwest corner. And sitting in the cage, you can see that there is a dwarf wearing a red velvet and white fur coat that is kind of sitting there dejectedly stuck in this cage, and the cage is locked with a iron padlock.
Mm.
On the
Have to bust them out.
on this north wall, you can see that there is a shelf that has been busted into a bunch of garbage, and the contents of the shelf have spilled out onto the floor.
I guess I'm just gonna say those guys are sleeping.
No, they are active, and they are not surprised. You guys can roll a d6.
I guess it's my turn to accept responsibility.
Oh, you are surprised. So, everybody can roll a niche. There you go. That's a good initiative. Okay. Wow.
All right.
So, out of your three, who do you want to go first?
Probably Mavis.
Okay. And then Yeller and Alora, or
Yeah.
okay. So Mavis, what would you like to do? Oh, wait,
Shove
you
my
guys are
way in.
you guys are surprised.
We're surprised. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the Shrivelkin are going to do the guardly thing. One is going to attack Willow. One's going to attack Borman. So on Willow, going to miss with a 4, and on Borman, going to miss with a 15. Okay, swing and miss. So Mavis, what would you like to do?
Shove my way in through here and try and hit one of them with the mace.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's a +1, so I need to add 1 to whatever. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit. Okay, and so Mavis comes up and clocks this guy, and he drops to the ground.
Okay.
Okay, and Yeller, what would Yeller like to do?
Yeller's gonna keep watch behind because he's kind of scared after getting hurt last
Okay,
time.
and Alora Danon.
And make her way up there and try with the dagger. Yeah.
Forget to add +1 for being close and +1 for the +1 dagger.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get a +2 net for close range.
All right.
And magic stabby.
Yes, magic stabby damage. So 13 is a... Oh, it's a miss.
All right.
Damn it. Fuck.
Very close.
Didn't hurt my friends. Yeah.
Borman, what would you like to do?
I am gonna get a +2 to this roll
That
as
is
I try to hit it with my frostband.
That is a hit.
I'm gonna do 2 to this roll.
Oof.
And do 9 points of damage to him.
Okay. And he is down and out. And these guys, off of them, you get another 20 silver pieces.
Oh, that's almost not even worth putting your fucking crochet down for, man.
But, so in the cage, let me update this. So there is a couple of things. So first of all, in the cage is Saint Baldwere, and he he is ecstatic to see you. Oh, let me out of the cage, and I can use my my rod and to help you in some way. And so
Hey, I fell for that trick as a young kid. Man. I'm not doing it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave your rod put up.
So he is he is a typical looking dwarf, and he's
Is there
got
a lock on his?
there is a lock on the cage.
Oh, time to bust out that shine then. If this doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
No, I just invested heavy in lockpick, and the only time I fail now is when I roll a 6.
So you unlock the cage, and he says thank you, and he goes over to this pile of stuff, and he picks up a rod that is a 4-foot rod that looks like it's made of gold and red velvet with electrum filigree on it, and it's topped with a crown that looks like a holy symbol that's studded with precious gems. And
is that our reward for saving you?
No, but there is. He's perfectly happy to for you to take whatever else. But he points to Borman with the rod, and in Borman's pockets, one of your pockets fills up with 7 pieces of candy.
Great. I will pass candy around, and we will all eat it.
And
yeah.
On the floor, where he picked up this rod, there is a pile of treasure that has been dumped out of this shelf. That includes, and hold on, now is the time, 400 gold pieces.
That's worth putting the crochet down.
And there is 50 electrum pieces. Three. 100 silver pieces. And 1,000 copper pieces.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Is Bumpus
Borman
gonna
will
do
ask.
this again, or does he need to be killed?
So Saint Baldwere tells you that that yes, the Bumpus will continue to attempt to capture me, but the Bumpus is a magical troll that even if he were to be destroyed, he will simply reform next festival, next year during the Festival of Giving. But something needs to be done about him so that Saint Baldwere, I need you to deal with the Bumpus so that that I may deliver my gifts for the festival.
What? How many hit dice would you say he had?
It doesn't.
I'm just playing. Is Bumpus really tough, or do you think he is a moderate strength? I mean,
we don't have any.
Well, he says, "Oh, the Bumpus is definitely a difficult character to deal with. He's I'm an avatar of the gods, and he took me down.
What if we didn't kill him, but we put him
Imprisoned.
unconscious and then jailed him up in a cage?
That would work as well.
I mean, he doesn't reincarnate if he's caged, right?
That is true.
Yeah, we
tells
don't
you
have
that-
any like fire magic. If this is a troll, I don't know how well we're gonna.
He does tell you that the Bumpus, being a magical troll, he does have magical restoration. So if the Bumpus is killed, he will magically restore next year at the beginning of the month of Decus. And the Bumpus also has naughty sense. I have that too, actually. The Bumpus will attack characters of chaotic alignment first and neutral alignment second, and will generally ignore lawful characters unless directly attacked.
Oh,
So
Cool.
he's going after Borman.
probably yeah.
Yes, Borman is doomed. But
Wait, I don't know what a lord.
But Saint Baldwere
lawful.
does tell you that the Bumpus's private chambers are to the northeast, and to the south is a like a barracks. The Bumpus uses Shrivelkin as foot soldiers, and there is a barracks to the southwest.
All right.
Maybe we should try to.
We should
Yeah,
kill his barracks first, you think?
Yeah, that way there's no backup.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna look for traps as we kind of head to the south.
Okay. So out here.
I moved to Laura too. I'm sorry.
Hey, no worries.
I didn't find any traps. I guarantee that.
Okay, so Willow the War Dog does not trigger the trap. Does Borman? Borman doesn't trigger a trap.
Everything's clear.
So down here, you can see that there's an underground river that runs through the Bumpus's lair, and there's this rope bridge that goes across it. And the rope bridge looks completely rickety, but you can hear more loud snoring coming from this little western side passage that zigzags.
Do trolls just like need a bridge in their house?
Well, of course.
Yeah, must
Probably,
have. Okay.
probably charges a toll to cross it too.
Looking for traps as I continue on. And I probably found one.
In here, you did not find a trap. Let's see here. So first on Mavis, nope. On Alora, nope. And on Yeller. Oh, Yeller. Yeller steps onto the bridge, and you can see that at the top of this cavern there are a bunch of icicles that are hanging.
Oh
And
no.
and Yeller steps onto the bridge, and the rickety bridge sways a bit, and you kind of hear a gong sound, and these icicles fall from the bridge and onto Yeller, dealing 6 points of damage.
Oh, no, he's dead. Aw, bye, Yeller.
Man, damn, man.
That's too bad.
Yeller was a good old boy.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll have to pick up another hunting dog on the way home. After an appropriate period of grieving.
And the gong
Sure.
sound also wakes up the Shrivelkin in the barracks.
Hmm.
And there are 8 Shrivelkin that are now awake and in the barracks
Dang.
looking for a fight. And they got terrible initiative. You guys can roll an ish.
I'm gonna give myself 2 hit points for being a level 4 thief.
Yep.
I will be right back.
Okay. Actually, I will too. I will be right back.
We're rolling a bunch of initiatives. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
We should be fine.
Yeah, probably. They're pretty weak.
The Bumpus has probably only got like 12 hit points or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I have no fucking idea, of course.
This was one of the first things we could have gone and done, though. So it can't be that tough.
Okay, so we've got initiative set up.
You just take Yeller on out of the initiative order. He
Oh,
is
that's right.
no.
That is right. Initiative, or he is not with us currently. So, Alora, what would you like to do?
Let's see. You think she could throw over Willow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Not good enough.
Nope, that is a miss. Borman, what would you like to do?
I am.
Here I go killing again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step up and. Oop! I didn't mean to take the dog. I'm gonna. I'm gonna tell Laura to, or somebody. I'm gonna pour oil all on the ground right through here.
Okay.
Ask somebody to light it.
Okay,
You
so
know,
you
and then
toss an oil pot,
yeah.
and yeah, you fill this. That is a really good question. Let's see. They have something for this. See, it says oil flask. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna assume that it's gonna fill a 5-foot square. So this square is now full of oil.
Wonderful.
Willow the War Dog.
Willow the War Dog is going to stand his ground because I'm going to go back in time and have Borman to tell him to stay.
Okay, so Borman shouts out, stay. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Probably huck a torch over there, right? Let me get to that there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's toss a torch into the oil.
Okay, so go ahead and make a... so roll a d20 plus your dex modifier for tossing the torch.
Mhm.
So the torch actually lands like right about here. Mavis kind of just, and it just doesn't make it all the way in there. So there is a lit torch laying on the ground here.
Good job, Mavis.
The
That's why you're popular.
Man, Shrivelkin are going to... I think only 4 of them can get up and make attacks on Borman, which is what they are going to do.
Well, let's not roll any 20s, okay?
1, 2, 3. There's one. Fuck, finally.
Damn it.
So, he is going to do D4 damage with claws.
It's max.
Borman takes 2 points from claw damage. All right. We are back to Allura.
All right. Can Laura like kick the torch down the hall?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. And her dex is normal, so that's good. God damn it, no!
So Allura goes to kick the torch, and she actually stomps on the lit end and puts it out.
Shit. Crap. Okay. All right.
So now this area is only lit by this torch back here and this torch here, and there's just a little bit of light coming in.
Oh fuck! All right.
Gonna need somebody to get on top of that shit. I will hold this area.
Mm.
And okay, Borman, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna. I mean, there's oil all through here, so I don't really want to move around. I'm just gonna swing my sword +2.
A 12 is a miss.
So there, I've missed. There's still oil in the round. I'm still staying there.
Okay.
Willow's been told to stay. He should stay.
Okay. And Mavis, what would you like to do?
Run up and smack something since I messed up so bad.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to hit this one.
Hold on a second. Let me look at something here. There. What does it say? Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make your attack. That's a hit.
Awesome. Oh, I need to do +1 on that too. That's 3.
Okay, so this guy, Mavis, comes up and crashes his skull in. The Shrivelkin.
Are still attacking me?
He is going to take his place. These 2 are going to attack Mavis, and 2 are going to attack Borman. So the 2 on Mavis. 7's not going to do it. What is Mavis's AC?
3.
13's not going to do it. They both miss Mavis. On Borman, it's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. So they both whiff it terribly. Alora, what would you like to do?
I could try and relight a torch, I guess, pick it up and
You could. Does
flip it
Alora have a
over.
tinderbox on her?
I believe so. I have a lot of shit. There's just one that's already lit here up there. I could just light it off that one, right?
You could, yeah.
Then they could freaking see.
It's a
Okay.
if you use a tinderbox, it's a 2 in 6 chance that it'll light.
And if I run up to the other torch, is it like 100%?
Yeah, if you just run up to the other torch, you can just automatically light it.
Okay. I can light it and then run back to where I am, and that's probably my whole turn.
Well, you can. I will allow you to, if you want, you can try to throw the torch.
Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, let's see. That one.
Ugh.
What? No. How?
Huh.
Why did I do that?
Okay. So it actually hits Mavis, and her cloak catches fire. Mavis is going to take 3 points of damage, but yeah, Mavis's cloak catches fire, burning her for 3 points, but it's not enough to light the oil on the floor on fire yet.
Shit.
Borman, what would you like to do?
Can I grab Mavis's cloak and touch the oil that's all on the ground there, and then maybe push Mavis the hell back?
Yes. So, lantern fuel for fires. In addition, fueling lantern oil can be used as a weapon. Tools. Oil that is poured on the ground and lit covers. Oh, it is a 3-foot diameter area. Burns for 1 turn, inflicting 1 damage on any character or monster moving through the pool. So yes, you can light that. So this square is now, well, 3 feet of it. Oh, I'm not finding it because that's the wrong thing. That area lights up, and this shrivelkin is going to take 1 point of damage from being in the fire. And it will burn for 1 turn, so 10 minutes. So this guy is going to take, as long as he's standing in the fire, he's going to take 1 point of damage every turn, or every round. Willow the War Dog.
Willow's staying put because he doesn't want to get in the fire, and there's just not a lot of area there for him to fuck around anyway.
Okay. And what would Mavis like to do?
Yes, right here. See?
Mavis could smack this one maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
13 is a miss.
Oh, okay.
The Shrivelkin, well, this guy is going to do, well, first of all, so these two are both going to make attacks, but this guy that's in the fire is also going to do a fighting retreat. And so they both are going to make attacks on Mavis. 17.
Probably hits.
I'm sorry, you said Mavis's AC was 3?
That's right.
Okay. So he does hit, and Mavis takes another 3 points of claw damage.
All right.
Second guy. Oh, no. So he's not going to make a fighting retreat. He trips and falls into the fire and takes another point of damage and dies of his burns.
Sweet.
And the other two are going to swing on Borman. Ooh, close but no cigar. And they both miss. What would Allura like to do?
He's gonna feel real bad and do a cure light wounds on Mavis.
Okay, that is not a bad idea.
Like, really? All right.
A whole 2 hit points back, huh?
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it's almost you roll like that, and you're like, I just wasted a spell slot for that.
Yeah. Oh well.
And then you cry like a 5e player. Oh no, my entire action economy is ruined. Borman, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna throw another oil pot right there. Hopefully,
Okay.
it'll just catch right on and fire.
Okay, so
And I'm gonna kind of step up just a hair, and kind of straddling the fire a little bit, moving just a little bit forward. I'm trying to kind of X Mavis out of getting attacked anymore.
I got a fair amount of hit points. I'll be okay.
Okay, well,
so these guys both get caught in the fire, and they take 1 point of damage. Actually, kind of be overlapping, but yeah, those two guys both take fire damage. Okay, so is Borman moving through this flame?
no, I still want to block. I'm a real good plug. I'm just kind of pushing forward just a little bit to kind of try to impose my presence.
Okay, while staying out of the
doorway a
fire.
little bit.
Okay.
No, I don't care about being in the fire at all.
Okay, well then you're going to take 1 point of damage.
No, I'm not, because I'm wielding Frostbrand.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're immune to fire damage. That is correct, sir.
Well, non-magical fire damage.
Right, which that's what this is. Yes.
Sure. Yeah. That was my whole point about setting everything on fire. Is just rather safe for me.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about it. And so Willow the War Dog, what is Willow doing?
Still has not been called into the combat, but is growling and wagging his tail.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's probably whining, wanting to get in on this.
Yeah, howling.
And Mavis, what would you like to do?
I'll try and hit the guy next to me once again.
Okay. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
So Mavis goes to hit this guy and loses grip on her mace, and it lands over here on this filthy hide bed. And Mavis is now unarmed. The Shrivelkin laughs. This guy is going to... this guy needs to make a morale check. And he makes it. So this guy is going to move up here to the edge of the fire, taking 1 point of damage, but he is going to swing on Borman. This guy is going to make a morale check and makes it. And he's going to go up here and take 1 point of damage. And it also swings. So there are going to be 4 of these guys that are going to swing on Borman. Not 12. 20. That's a miss. That's a miss. Ooh, that's a miss. Oh, and that's a miss. Borman's just pulling the Matrix with his shield, blocking. It looks like Captain America swinging this kite shield around, blocking all of these claw attacks. Allura, what would you like to do?
What can I do? I guess I could stand down here and try and throw the dagger at like this fella.
Sure.
All right.
That is a hit.
Cool. Wait, is it 1 or 2d6?
2d4.
2d4.
2d4. Yeah, I thought this was too much. I didn't make any sense. Okay,
Yeah,
that
so
makes sense.
you
All right.
tag that guy in the forehead, and he goes down.
Cool.
Borman, what would you like to do?
You know, I'm gonna just right here. I'm gonna throw my last little vial of oil.
Okay.
Really trying to flame it on up.
Go ahead and make a d20 plus your dex modifier.
This will be +3.
Ugh. So the oil actually lands over here and doesn't catch anything on fire, but it does partially catch, or it coats the corner of this bed, but it does not light.
All right.
Willow the War Dog.
Staying put. It's not been called into battle. There's too many people up there as it is.
Okay. And Mavis.
I'm gonna shove that guy to hopefully retrieve my mace.
Okay, so you can make a melee attack, so d20 plus your strength modifier.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he is not going to get shoved. He kind of weathers the shove, and he does not get pushed out of the way.
Damn.
And he is going to...
I need to lift weights or something.
Yeah, he's going to swing on you.
Yep.
But he misses, or you block it. These two guys... this guy dies in the fire. Bravely. This guy dies in the fire bravely. And this guy dies in the fire bravely. Well, that worked out for you, didn't it? This
Yeah,
guy...
I figured it would catch up.
This guy is going to make a morale check. And succeeds, so he will try to skirt that wall. There's just not enough room. He will take 1 point of damage. And will... Oops. Way too many. Again. There we go. And he will swing on Borman. And he hits! He rakes his claws across Borman for 3 points of damage.
Wonderful.
See, this is a perfect example. My buddy Jeff and I, well, Cameron knows Jeff. Back when we were still playing 3rd edition, we got into this argument about, my point was that just because you're higher level doesn't mean you're going to walk into a dungeon and not see goblins or skeletons or kobolds, which are generally, I mean, they exist. It doesn't matter, how high of a level you are. And he said, yeah, but it's completely pointless because there's no way that a skeleton can hit. And I said, yes, they can if they roll a 20. And I said, if I put 100 fucking skeletons in a room, and you're level 20, the odds are that more than a couple of them are going to roll nat 20s on their attack. So, yes, They can still hit you. And, and of course with 3rd edition, critical damage was worse than just max. So, I mean, they could potentially, that if you get a number of 20s, there's a possibility that your day could become really bad. And so this is a perfect example of that. So, Laura, what would you like to do?
She's gonna take a step back, I think, and throw
Throw a rock
dagger.
or a dagger? Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, that is a miss, but the dagger returns to her hand. Borman.
The guy right here is going to die next turn anyway, so I'm going to hit this guy that's right here on Mavis.
Okay.
This will be +2. So.
Oh, no.
4.
That is a mess. And Willow. You're going to stay.
Still staying put, yeah.
And Mavis.
I'll try and shove that guy again.
Okay. Okay, so that is he still is like standing his ground, and he does not get shoved.
All right.
And so this guy dies in a fire. Like a guy on 4chan, he died in a fire. And this guy is going to try to claw at Mavis. It screws that up. So he just rakes his claws across your armor, and it does nothing but scratch the paint job. What would Allura like to do?
Can't do a lot. Yeah, I guess I could.
I imagine if Allura were to catch on fire, the entire room would start to smell like Nag Champa.
Yeah, I don't know what she can really do with the fire going. Oh wait, everybody's out of the fire, right? Except for
yeah, the fire's still lit, but yeah, everybody's out of it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, she could throw a dagger. Let's see. So throwing it between Mavis and Borman is going to be a -2, but it's still plus your dex and the +1 for the dagger. So.
And close range.
That evens it out.
Yeah, and an additional +1 for close range.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's a hit.
All right, cool.
Ooh,
yeah.
Mavis or Allura comes up and drops a dagger right into this guy's face and drops him. Okay.
I will stab the fires with my frostman and put them out.
Okay. That is a good idea. And I'm sure that Mavis wants to retrieve her slippery mace.
Yes, absolutely.
Can I have a healing potion, please?
Absolutely, yes. And I'm going to give one to Mavis as well. I'll subtract 2 of the potions from our list.
Are you going to roll it and tell me what I heal? Or...
Okay, sure. 1d6 + 1. Hey, you got 7 back?
All right, well, that heals me totally full again.
I get 4. So I'm happy.
I'm happy too. Yeah. Now I guess we got to shake this place down, look it over real good.
Yeah.
Second.
There's probably not anything good, but maybe. Never know.
15 silver pieces and a copper.
So you do find another 56 silver pieces on them.
We're going to get about 15 experience points.
But also in this room, the Shrivelkin do have a small lockbox in here. It is locked.
What is your thing? You want me to try to pick?
Picking is free, so
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's unlocked.
Okay. So in this lockbox, you find another 300 gold pieces.
oh wow, that's good.
You find 200 silver pieces.
All right.
And 2,500 copper pieces.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's all that is in the barracks room. And then, of course, you see that the southern passage then hangs a left at the end of the passage heading to the east.
Yeah, I'm going to look for traps as I head on that way.
Okay. And you do not find any traps, but you find that this is actually just another exit from the Bumpus's lair that leads out to the mountainside.
Hmm.
Back out into the snowy cold, and then the rest of the passage continues to the north.
Since there's a trap that went off and killed Yeller here, I'm going to look, see if there's any more.
Nope, no more traps.
Then I'm headed on up, and I'm looking for traps up there. Yeah, there's no traps.
There are no traps. And I would imagine you're not going to be surprised because you are actively looking for this asshole. So you're not going to be surprised when you find him.
I'm going to go ahead and go invisible as we go around this corner up here.
Okay.
Do you have more pots of oil, or do you need them refilled by the liquid pitcher thing?
Oh, yeah, I need to refill them. I had 3. I guess I've got 3 empty vials or pots. I don't know.
Yeah, we should be able to refill them with the tankard or jug. I'm sorry, it's a jug.
Yeah. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I have a feeling we're just going to beat this guy's ass, but
Probably.
it might be tough, yeah.
I don't know if trolls work the same way for sure, but if we need to do fire damage in order to stop regeneration.
Oh, that's an excellent point.
So you come into the Bumpus's room, and there's a horrid stench. The whole room smells like moldy dish rags. And there is, on this southwestern corner, there is a tanning rack that's made of bone and leather thong that stands in the in this corner. There is a brass fire pit that fills up the southeast corner of the room. And this bed up here is covered in heavy hides. It looks like it's a large straw-stuffed bed that is covered with hide blankets. And in this room is a fur-covered creature that resembles a cross between a yeti and a troll. And he is wielding he doesn't have a regular weapon. He has in his hand a bundle of wood switches for beating children, and that is his weapon. And the Bumpus, really, that is like the 4th time in a row that I've rolled a 1 for initiative. You guys can roll Inish. Bumpus is gonna spank you. All right. Looks like we got our initials in. All right. So Borman, you see this? You see what appears to be the Bumpus? What would you like to do?
Well, I am invisible, so I'm just going to assume he's unaware of me.
Make a move silently check.
Get you. Four -3. Yeah.
So he's aware of you, but that doesn't mean he knows where you are. He does not know where you are, so he is unaware. He can hear you, but he's not sure where you're at. You can attack him with a backstab.
I sure will. Sorry.
So you did 9 points?
No, I've got to hit him.
Oh.
Does a 16 hit?
It does indeed.
That's wonderful. So this was a D8 plus 2 times 2 in a weird way. So 12.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, 16 points of damage.
Holy shit! In one shot, you killed the Bumpus.
Nice.
So yeah, Borman goes up behind the Bumpus and stabs him through and through. Not exactly what I wanted to do. And let's see here. So XP for the Bumpus.
We'll have to do an extensive inspection of his lair in hopes of finding things worth.
And he is on table H. Since this is his room, his treasure will be here. Table H. You get one roll on table H. Who wants to make the roll?
Was it a D100?
It is.
All right. $52.
52 is nothing. But what else is in here? There is treasure in here, I believe. Yes. So there is a locked lockbox that is just under the edge of this bed.
It stays locked.
Oh.
She's got to do her chimey chime.
Okay, I will ring the chime of walking.
About time you needed it.
So she clings the chime and the lockbox unlocks and the lid flips open. And inside, hold on here, my coin conversion chart. Let's see. Okay. There is 20 platinum pieces. $200 gold pieces. One second. There is 85 silver pieces. And 2,000 copper pieces.
Yay.
Cool. A lot of pennies.
I can see it though. This would have been kind of difficult first level characters. There's a lot of little parts where there's a lot of monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have been a lot harder. So you guys complete, you take down the Bumpus, and Saint Baldwere comes up to thank you guys, and Saint Baldwere pulls out his rod, his fancy rod, and he he kind of waves it, and you see like the crown on top of this rod kind of glow for a second, and coming out from behind his uh, his long velvet and furred coat comes out Yeller, and Yeller has been completely resurrected.
Oh hell yeah, man!
It's a
Yeah,
Christmas miracle.
it is. It's wonderful. I'm glad I saved your candy ass.
And he gives
Aw.
out he as a thank you for helping to save the Festival of Giving by freeing him. He gives each of you a healing potion. Uh, 3 healing potions.
That goes into the Mavis. All three of them go to Mavis, the healing cleric lady.
Got it.
Yeah.
He gives Mavis a divine scroll of raised dead.
Ooh, that's
Nice. Yeah, that made it worth it.
So the
Yeah.
divine scroll of raised dead, here's the downside is that you're not high enough level to cast it, but when you are, that will be something that you can use to you don't have to spend a spell slot and you can raise somebody from the dead.
nice.
And
That's awesome.
he gives you guys a ring of protection.
Just
Cool.
one or everybody?
Just one.
Okay. Ring of protection plus what? 1?
So it is Ring of Protection. Yes. So it grants measure of protection from harm. It is a +1 armor class bonus and a +1 bonus to all saves, and that applies to anybody that is within 5 feet of the wearer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of Cameron's characters, however she wants.
I think that Alora would get the most benefit because she can't wear any armor.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Alright.
That is
Yeah.
true.
I actually don't have an armor class written down here because of that.
That might be my fault. I might not have filled it out, but she didn't have shit for armor class.
Yeah, if she's not wearing any armor at all, that would mean. Let's see here. What is her? Does she have a Dex modifier?
No, her dex is 12, so
Okay, so that means that her armor is her AC is 9.
okay, so 8 and then
So it would be 8 then. Yeah, with the ring of protection.
+1, 2 saves.
Yeah, all of her saves got a +1.
All right, cool.
-1 from the saves because you're rolling over those. So all of those saves drop by 1.
All right.
That's pretty good, though. I mean, it starts adding up. Keep putting shit on her that's magical.
It might save her life, like,
Yeah.
at one point.
So having saved Christmas. Oh, and also he also gives you a a monetary reward. And that will be, let me add this up here. I'm sorry, 50 platinum pieces,
Cool.
500 gold pieces, hold on. And 100 electrum pieces, 200 silver pieces, and 1,000 copper pieces.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he is profusely thankful that you helped save the Festival of Giving, and he rushes back to his workshop, and you guys kind of follow him, and he offers, since he's going to deliver gifts to Braunhaven first, he gives you guys a ride in his sled and drops you off in the town of Braunhaven, and there is much rejoicing. And the people of Braunhaven are all extremely happy. And he stands in the town square down here near the market and gives out gifts to the faithful. And and you have saved the holiday season. Now, the town is very excited by this as well, and they have turned over the keys to the Braunhaven Manor for the indigent, and we could pick up there next week with you guys moving into your new manor and making the decision on. I mean, you've got your obvious course of action is to go learn more about the town. Of course, wants you to go learn more about this nobleman who Duke Bartholomew, who had hired the orcs, or rather the goblins and the orcs, to tunnel under Braunhaven as kind of your loose end, is to go figure out what this asshole is up to. But this, of course, first you're going to want to move into your new manor house, and it is a two-story affair. This map is just the first level, the ground floor. So before we cut for the day, let me divide up your XP, which you're right, it's not a ton of XP. But for that little adventure, it's actually pretty good. So it's divided by 3 today. Each of you gets 731 XP, and don't forget to add your XP bonus.
Okay.
And this map for the Braunhaven Manor of the Indigent, this is a one time, or a one, or the first time anybody has ever seen this. This hasn't been published in anything. This is something I threw together specifically for your guys' game, and I might add it into a supplement for the Braunhaven town, or I don't know. I might give it away for free. I haven't decided.
Cool.
You know what's really funny is that I numbered it, and I have not written any descriptions. So I guess I got something to do this week. I got to write some descriptions for for the Braunhaven Manor for the indigent.
And then I am gonna divide up the gold or the money by thirds and put it in. So,
Okay. Divvying up treasure is one of the most fun parts. Well, that wasn't a half bad haul for that little bit of an adventure.
yeah, not at all.
That's not bad.
No, that's actually pretty good, considering that you guys were higher level than need be for that entire situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that was fun. But yeah, I agree. I think next week we should go track down this guy and see why he wants this holy symbol that we have.
Oh yes,
I agree.
there is so much more to be done. So, yeah, you guys are gonna be moving into big shit now. Well, bigger shit. So you guys are still level 4, right?
No, I am a level 4 thief, level 3 fighter.
Okay.
Tal'Dorei is level 3. And then I need to see if I'm this level up. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's see here. Really? Huh. How much XP does Mavis have?
I'm adding it right now. 9,714.
She has 9,000?
I think so, yeah. Oh wait, I am 4th level with her. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, then Mavis would definitely be 4th level.
Yeah. Cool.
And what the how much XP does Laura have? Man, getting 4th level for Laura, that's a lot of XP. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad for fighter too. I mean, it's 8,000 to get 4th level.
Yeah.
6,436.
So yeah, she's still level 3. So far, the worst that I've seen in my home game, one of the players is playing an elf, and holy crap, they have like she needs like almost like 4,600 or like 4,200, 4,600. It's over 4K just to get level 2. And she's like,
Wow.
oh my god, I'm never gonna get there. And
Well, I mean, yeah, you just gotta keep plugging along. You get big paydays sometimes.
Unfortunately for them, they haven't opened any of the rooms to get a big payday yet. Everything that they've opened is like little piss ass amounts, and it's like, man, you guys are so close. If you just open the right door, kill the monsters inside, you're gonna get that big payday. But they also have like 9 players in their group, so that gets divided up pretty quick. But still, that can be. Playing that particular race class combo can be painful.
Yeah.
So, all right, I will see you guys next week on Saturday at 12 o'clock, and we will pick up with you guys moving into the Braunhaven Manor for the Indigent.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
All right, have a good one, guys. I will see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.